Don't get hurt. Don't get sick. Don't get hurt, Virgil. Poor little old Virgil. We like Virgil. He's a warrior. Yes. Don't get sick. Don't get hurt. Man, don't get sick and don't get hurt. That's been a bad little history between, Virgil Ortiz and his career. He a sickly baby. He one of them babies you gotta always keep an eye on. He one of them babies, no, take him to the doctor. Ain't nothing wrong with that boy. He one of them babies, you know what I'm saying, when he get hurt, he gotta have all kind of healing powers and special time to recover. The mom, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh, don't hurt my baby. Oh, Jesus. He one of them babies. Oh no, man, because I hear a lot of people say, you're gonna get sick or you're gonna get hurt before the fight, before Boots can get a hold to him. I've been wanting to see this fight. They've been supposed to fight, right? Yeah, 7, brother. What's up, G? I just hope this brother don't get hurt before the fight, mysteriously, or sick. He got a history of getting sick or hurt or something before a big fight. Just like, I think they say Ryan Garcia, I think he either pulling out a fight or he hurt or something. I don't know. I got to go check that. Yeah, these guys be pulling out of fights, man. It's suspicious to me. Especially with Ryan, man. You pulling out of fights and you got a big old cloud over your head about that drug. About them drugs, homie. So ain't nobody's fool. Ain't nobody no fool, man. We suspect you cycling off something. You was with Eddie Reynoso for a very long time. And that shit rubs off on you. I don't care what you say. If you around somebody long enough and you look up to them people, you gonna do and eat what they eat. The family feed the family. The family feed the family, man. If that's what you gonna do it, brother. Just don't get caught. As far as Virgil Ortiz, boy, that'll be a great fight if he don't get hurt, right? If he don't get sick or he don't get hurt, well, how you feel this fight gonna play out? Because we know Virgil gonna come in that bitch rocking. He gonna come in there and try to figure out how to rock out with Boots, ain't he? Yep. And you see what Boots' last few performances. It ain't no big thing. It ain't no thing, to rock out with Boots. They say he don't have a lot of power. So maybe we will see Virgil Ortiz step the game up and crack the code and shut everybody's mouth about this so-called phenom, right? I don't think so. I think Boots is what he is. And I think Virgil Ortiz is what he is. But ain't no mystery. Ain't no secret recipe for this fight. There's going to be two guys going in there doing what they always do. I wish Boots would go into one fight with no showboating. That'll be dope. That'll showcase all your talent and your skills the proper way. When you go in these rings with these killers like Virgil Ortiz and a lot of Mexican fighters, homie, they coming in there to hurt you, G. They ain't coming in that motherfucker to showboat and look pretty, man. They gonna leave that shit for you niggas. And we can't help ourselves, man. It's just in us, my nigga. That natural little bounce to our step, you know what I'm talking about? But you can't do that with everybody. You can't do that with everybody. You can try. You might get away with it for about 5 or 6 rounds. And when you got them mother lovers that just, they keep coming, like the Energizer Bunny, nigga, you gonna have to figure a game plan out for that. Because that ain't no skill right there. That's just something that God gave a mother lover. A chin, a heart, a killer instinct, Them the type of fighters I like, though. I just don't like to see them take that much punishment. Kill and not get killed. Be a killer, but don't get killed, because killers get killed too. Happy Thanksgiving for anybody out there that celebrates Thanksgiving. Every day is Thanksgiving. That's how I make my living. Hit the like button for me. We're going to catch the playback. We're going to ride out for a very long time and talk about a whole bunch of different topics, man. I'm just sitting here cool and kicking it at Duncan Park, man. It's beautiful out here, even though, it ain't sunny out here in this great state of Georgia that I'm living in right now. Let me give you a little view of this motherfucking great sky out here. We gotta always take a time out and get this great fresh air that God gave us, man. If you don't do that, something wrong with you. If you don't do that, something wrong with you, man. Wherever you at, look in the sky. I see you, boy. Point to a spot. That's where I'm looking at you at. We out here at the park, man. Ain't really too many people out here. We was waiting on some kids to come out here so we can pull the gloves out. But they ain't out here yet, so we gonna post up on Thanksgiving and try to look at the sky. Send a blessing. Send me one. They say Virgil Ortiz finna fight, y'all. Finally. We gonna get that fight. I wanna see it. Y'all wanna see it. I wanna see it. Cause I'm sick of all the jibber jabber. I'm sick of it. I wanna see something, man. You guys been hyping it up and making excuses for Virgil Ortiz for a long time. It's kind of getting like Tank. Niggas making excuses. I don't like that, though. We gonna have to let you live with the injuries and the sickness and all of that. Hey, man, that's not our fault. We need to get a better doctor, a better trainer, a nutritionist, a specialist. Because your profession is boxing. And if your goal is to be a boxer that only wants the money, cool. Do that. Cool, do that. Ain't no in between though. Ain't no in between, man. Where the in between come from? Loud and clear. Where the in between come from? Where's all these excuses coming out the air for? Can you live your life one day excuse free? No matter what happens. No matter if somebody caused the accident or what, can you truly say that, man, that was my fault? I did that. I was speeding trying to get to work because I overslept. What's up, Bruce Gas? Salute. And I fucked around and got a traffic ticket. He could have let me go because I wasn't going that fast and my job right down the street. He knew my job was right there. He knew I was trying to get to work. He a bitch. He a bitch. You gonna blame the officer for calling, for making you late for work and getting the ticket when you could have got your lazy ass up or went to sleep earlier that night to get up early enough to make it to work on time without speeding. You'll never do that. You'll call the officer a bitch. Man, don't you see my job right there across the street, man? Well, sir, people died on this street for speeding trying to get to their job. So I'm going to give you a ticket. I could tell him, oh, man, you a bitch. Get locked up. Now you really a bitch. No more excuses, man. No way to survive 2025 without being called a duck if you ain't with that smoke. Because we done seen you fight all the Weeble Wobble. Turkey out of sheep putting together cards, so-called exposing these guys. Because I'm putting myself in another man's shoe right now. Because, it's hard to do that because he got billions of dollars. The mind state should be the same. The mind doesn't change. The brain don't change, man. You can change your mind, but as far as your core, if you're going to have a whole bunch of money and pay another guy a whole bunch of money for a fight, it can't be against your little brother. It can't be against nobody that we know is going to fail against you. You know, we want to see great fights like the Mayorga fights. This mother lover come in the ring smoking a fucking cigarette and still give it his all. Vieira. We want to see them type of fights. I miss that. And the only one giving us them type of fights really nowadays is a certain few. And the people that's supposed to be giving us the fights, man, it's always an excuse. Don't get sick. Don't get hurt before the fight, Virgil. That's all. We like Virgil over here on Rude Exposure. We ain't got this picture up here to make fun of Virgil. We see the moves. Muévete. We see how you moving, homie. We see it. We see when we hear the excuses, we hear it. It's a spirit going around the world, full of excuses. That's a what you call it? A wicked spirit. That's a mischievous spirit, a deceitful spirit, a lying spirit. You know, it's not a friendly spirit. It's not a Casper the Friendly Ghost spirit. You know, you got grandmama on your corner, on your shoulder talking to you. You don't even know who telling you not to do that there. Then you got Rico that got shot by 15, 20 years ago on your other shoulder. Talking about, man, fuck that shit, nigga. Fuck that shit, my nigga. I'm telling my nigga, the pussy ass nigga, ooh. Man, go, man, run that shit, nigga. Do that shit, You know what I'm saying? You can't even hear Granny on your other shoulder because this pussy nigga screaming so loud, but that's somebody you love and he in your world. He in your dreams, in your subconscious, on your shoulder. And you can't hear Granny. It's a spirit. It's a mystic. Every day is Thanksgiving. That's how I make my living. Thank you every day for waking me up, God. That's all I need to be thankful for, because every day I wake up, I can get on this YouTube, man, and put some game out there and try to get one more subscriber. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. We can get them in bunches, right? Let's run this page up. Nothing fancy right now, because we just giving thanks to our family and being alive, right? That's what really Thanksgiving is for me. Because I don't believe in these holidays, G. I don't believe in them, homie. I just believe in what they represent. Togetherness, you know, family time. You see family around these times that you ain't seen in a whole year or 2 or 3 or 4. And, you know, sometimes you see family you ain't seen since you was a child. Or since they was a child. And now they all grown. You know, some people become successful. Some people come to the family reunions or the Thanksgiving meals to ask for, you know, loans and money. You know, sometimes it's just that. But you get to see your family. The people that have your same bloodline. And it's going to be around 200-300 years from now. A replica of you walking around here 200-300 years around looking just like you look. In 2024. In 3024, it's going to be a replica walking around Earth looking just like you if this shit ain't destroyed by then. So that's why you go and you gather with your family around these times to take the pictures and the videos that they provide with technology so the people 20, 30, maybe 100 years from now can hear your voice and see how you acted and how you looked when you were young and in your prime or in your older age. Same with these boxers. You guys got a chance to show your great-great-great-grandchildren how you behaved back in 2024. The shit that we doing now is going to be considered lame and primitive in 3024. Some of these sports that we have might be extinct, but boxing and combat sports will always be here. Why? Because men have a natural testosterone inside their body. And if you have a high testosterone, you like to do what? Be vibrant. Go out there and feel like you're invincible. Fuck on all the bitches. That's what you do when you're vibrant and full of testosterone. You know? And because of that, we're going to always kill each other. We're going to always be mad tantrums and have to rely on our mental fortitude to control our temper. That's natural. Some men get pissed off from the smallest things. Some men get pissed off from the silliest things. Some men can take a joke. Some men can't. Some men grew up with tough mommies. So they are tough, not realizing that being tough with a boy will ruin him, because now he is conditioned to see women in a tough state of mind. So when they are in a relationship, it's okay for their girl to yell and shout. Mommy did it. And two, because you are who you. And if you live by a certain code and stand on a certain square, it's because that's what you were raised to stand on. Some deviate, but the main goals are still there. How you raise your children. The reason why racism will never be terminated, because we teach our children how to act. Black people teach their children not to trust the policia. If you don't have any drugs or firearms in your car, when they get behind you, we get nervous for no particular reason, even if they don't turn the lights on. Especially if you was a street nigga and you're an ex-street nigga and the police get behind you every time, not every time, you are nervous, even if you are not doing anything wrong. We are taught to distrust them as a young age. Conditioned to not trust the slave catchers. But hey, your household is your household. So if Virgil Ortiz was raised by some people that stood on the square, I'm pretty sure that he understands that just like Schofield, they understand that ain't no turning back now. You got to fight these guys. And if you don't, your credibility will be in jeopardy. Oscar know it. Oscar put the parachute on the other day. It's on the fighters. It's not on me. Don't blame me. Blame Schofield. Now, if I'm in a predicament like Oscar De La Hoya and I'm a Mexican American, and I got a Golden Boy company full of Mexican fighters, and I got a negro, a pinche mayate on my squad that's making a little buzz. But my name and my credibility is taking a shake from Cepeda and a whole bunch of other fighters where I cap on. Well, hey, man, I need to sacrifice somebody, and it might as well be a nigga. Hey, it ain't on me. It's on the fighters. You know, it's not on me. I ain't do it. Hey, don't look at me. Look at Schofield Sr. and Schofield Jr. That's what he says. So he has no choice but to sacrifice somebody. Who he sacrifice, Cepeda or Schofield? Who you think he gonna sacrifice? That's why I know for a fact that when you get in these type of situations, you got big decisions to make. And it ain't nothing but a this or that type of decision. Ain't no in between. That's why I love 2025. God bless me to see another few months to see 2025. How to survive 2025. The place where the boxers and these promoters cannot hide. It's been said that niggas are fire stick shorties, and they are coming out the closet like these homosexuals are coming out the closet. No more ashamed of being gay. No more ashamed of being a fire stick shorty. It's the same thing. It's 2000. It's rude to tell the truth in 2024, ain't it? How dare you steal a fight? That's what these niggas saying. They like, fuck it, nigga. We done hid and lied long enough. We ain't finna just be buying no motherfucking hook book ass shit and you sitting telling us in our face, fuck us, nigga. Well, man, it's fuck you too, right? It better be. Man, nobody finna support nobody that don't want to respect the people that's supporting them. So even if you ain't saying fuck you literally out of your mouth, you're saying fuck you figuratively, like if you don't fight people and you're a boxer. That's your job. That's your occupation. Now come on out the closet and just tell us that you just here for the bucks. You know what I'm saying? Fuck these belts. I don't care about the belt. Now, I got to respect Tank because at a time in a point in his career, they were saying them belts don't matter. I respected that, even though I didn't like it. I respected that because, nigga, you ain't being fake. Fuck them belts. We trying to get this bag. You heard Floyd. You want 50 million or some belts, nigga. What kind of nigga from the hood gonna say he want the belts instead of $50 million? I don't care who you are. You ain't even got to be from the hood, but especially if you grew up in poverty and your family been struggling all their life. This ain't no Devin Haney situation where you come up eating peanut butter and jelly and having snacks and little notes and sticker notes on your lunch when you go to school. You know, niggas eating free lunch with the lunch card around here, man. What the cafeteria cook? Some bullshit, some slop, nigga. So when you grow up like that, nigga, you gonna take that bag, nigga, and we can't get mad at these little young niggas for doing that, dog. And we can't be cool with it either, though. You definitely can't be cool with it. You gotta chastise these niggas and let them know, nah, bro, that ain't cool. That don't mean, you know what I'm saying, a hater because I'm pointing that out, right? And if I am a hater, oh well, shit, nigga, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. You know, this is my punching bag. Get your own punching bag. You want to sit here and listen to me talk shit and vent and get shit off my chest? Cool. Thank you. Hit my like button while I do it. We sitting here trying to wait for some children to come out to the park so we can train them. Hey, man, we trying to make movies. Hey, man, we trying to do boxing content. Hey, man, we trying to get this channel up to 1 billion subscribers. That's the type of mind state that you're supposed to teach your children to have. And when people try to make fun of that mind state, it questions their character. As a man or one guy talking about they want to beat up Tank, they want to beat up Shakur. What's wrong with that? We want to see it happen. I do. I want to see somebody hurt Shakur. And that's the guy I think ain't nobody gonna beat. I like to see shit that don't you want to see a UFO? You know they out there. Man, you know it's some motherfucking UFOs and all kind of extraterrestrial shit out there in the universe that God created. It's a trillion universes and galaxies out there, and we just one. And you telling me we the only life form? Hello? Is anybody out there? Echo. Peace. I'm from Earth. Yeah, nigga, they out there. Just like a hoe. You ain't never seen a hoe that won't go. Man, you ain't never seen a hoe or let me say a prostitute that would not take financial money from a trick. I don't care if he's fat, sloppy, and rides in a jalopy. She's gonna get that money, nigga. She might charge you a little bit more, but she's a whore. And all hoes go. Even ex-hoes. It just takes the right price. I never seen a hoe that won't go. Never. And I never will. I want to see one. I want to see a UFO. You know, I want to see somebody beat Shakur. You know, I want to see that. I want to see Virgil Ortiz go in this fight and hurt Boots. Yep. Like, man, you choke. Boots be getting caught, right? And I think he rolled with a lot of his punches, but sometimes he get caught clean. And He got a chin, right? I ain't never seen Boots get weeble wobble and like balled up or in a position where you thought the fight was gonna be over with. Never. I seen that with Virgil a few times. I seen Virgil's last fight get rocked, and they say it was a flash knockdown. Hey man, you was getting touched in that fight though. Both of y'all guys get touched. It's just that Boots don't get touched as clean as Virgil.
It was the reason that they found, boy, never trust a big butt and smile, because the smile is a frown turned upside down. Stop gambling with your life. It's like dice. Shouldn't have put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. I'm telling you the dice ain't right. The dice ain't right. Not right. Boy, this gonna be a tough one, man. But like I said, man, before my phone got cut off, you know, a lot of boxers grew up rough. A lot of these boxers grew up in households that you will probably be scared to live in, man. You'll be surprised with how hard these fathers are on their kids when they ain't got nobody to stop them. And the discipline be good sometimes, but all kids ain't built the same. You know, sometimes that pressure will break a child and make them rebel. So we gonna see what happened with Schofield, man. But as far as Virgil, I think his team is the one that's gonna have to step up. Because guess what, man? We had plenty of incidents where you got sick, you got hurt. And you come back, man, you got these flash knockdowns. We want to see if this shit is possible to survive against Boots like that. Like I said, your precision and your punches and your punch placement is nowhere near like Boots. So I want to see how you go about if Boots decide to stay on the outside and stop showboating, how you going to penetrate that. I just want to know. I don't think Virgil Ortiz is even on the same level as a Boots. You know, I don't think so. I can be wrong, right? Like, you got heart and you got, you know what I'm saying, spirit. Like Schofield got heart. That motherfucker was raised right. Whatever y'all call Schofield Sr., he was raised right, G. Hold on.
I had to get that right. Yeah, he was raised right, man. Whatever you want to say about Schofield, that man was raised right. For the simple fact that they not tripping about the losses. That's what you're supposed to be as a boxer, man. Go out there and to compete. And if you thinking about losing, you done lost half the battle already. Because in your mind, you worried about an L. You worried about an L. But you heard what that man said. Them L's is lessons. Them L's is lessons, homie. You say Virgil got dropped by Brandon Adams leftovers. Hey, man, everybody gets dropped sometimes if you out there throwing it and giving it your all, man. You know, and you ain't going to just say that Virgil is one of these best defensive fighters in the world, but he got up, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling y'all, like, niggas get dropped, so what? You say why Schofield ain't get the knockout like Abdullah. Nigga, Abdullah was fighting a one-legged boxer. After he knocked him down the first time, the man's leg was over with and still knocked Abdullah Mason down. I'm talking about drop ass. What about that? You say why Schofield ain't get knockout? Shit, Shakur said he ain't got that power like that. That's why he ain't get the knockout. Well, Schofield got caught with a fact in his head. And he got up and dominated, if I thought so myself. Well, as far as Schofield ain't got no heart, he ain't gonna go for the knockout. How you know, homie? How you know USA boxing 155,000? You about to make me add another digit to your shit. You dropping in the ranks with these questions, homie. Like, how do you know Schofield ain't got no heart and he trying to fight Shakur Stevenson? That don't even make sense or add up. Tank ain't got no heart. That's the case. Because he ain't trying to fight Schofield. He was looking for a fighter. There wasn't nobody to fight at 135, so he went to 130, remember? He fighting this little homie that he went to pool parties with, remember? that he grew up with, remember? He know more about Lamont Roach than any fighter that he ever thought. You say Abdullah knock him out the next round, Schofield ain't get back. Man, you all worried about knockouts, bro. You got a video game state of mind, brother. That's all you care about is knockouts, nigga. Everybody don't get knocked out, nigga. How many niggas you done knocked out in your life? You say he got no heart, he lost his last fight. Well, man, you trolling, nigga. You a troll. You probably under the age of 25 or either live with your mama or your bitch. To say that, that's not true. Schofield got no heart. How can anybody say any of these niggas ain't got no heart? And they lace up the gloves and risk their life every time they get... Look at the scar under the nigga face. You say you don't need heart to fight Shakur. Why ain't fucking Tank fought him then? If Tank gonna fight somebody that's gonna run around, that's gonna be a first, right? We need to see it then. We tried to fight Cepeda and fade that 100 punches around shit that y'all was talking about and on his dick about. But now we see that Cepeda is the true duck, like I always been saying. And since your favorite YouTube page, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, said Shakur ain't got no pillow fist, so go over there and troll him. Go over there and troll Knockout Boxing 86 TV, because he came over here and I asked him, I say, do you think Shakur Stevenson got pillow fist? He said, no. Now go over there and troll that nigga for saying that, because he defend Tank just like you defend him. That nigga probably mail y'all pantyhose in the mail once a month. The same pantyhose he was dancing in front of his homies. And they were videoing him and laughing at the same time with no bitches in the background, male voices. But he got pillow fists. Okay. Why you ain't fought him yet? You got all the way to March to change your opponent. Since you want to come over here and change the subject from Virgil Ortiz to Tank. Why he ain't fight Shakur when Frank Martin was trying to get a little more oomph? Huh? That would been a unification right there. Instead of fighting Frank Martin, why he ain't fight Shakur? That was a unification right there. Who the fuck is Frank Man? Ain't fought number 2 12-round bouts. Never fought for a world title. Never fought a world champion. Just started boxing. Same age as Tank. A slot receiver, nigga. Only reason you know about Frank Martin is because of who? Earl Spence. Strap season, nigga. The same hoodies that you niggas bought from Earl, Tank got mad that he was selling them because of the tattoo that's on the back of his neck. I remember y'all same niggas, USA Boxing 155,000. Y'all was talking about belts didn't matter at one time. And I was like, how can that be when he got a tattoo of strap season on the back of his neck? Then you go to talk about Pedraza. Then it come to find out Shakur got that nigga ready for Pedraza. Then you go to talk about, oh, well, he fought all these champions. Nigga, they was ex-champions. These motherfucking washed up ass niggas. Rolly was a champion, nigga, remember? He was undefeated. He was undefeated. Y'all bragged about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at you cheerleading for another man. You say KO said that to make Shakur. You talking for KO now? You talking for another man now. Ain't that a bitch? When this man just said you doing the same KO do. How you gonna change what KO said? So you telling me that KO was lying and capping? He flawed? Is that what you saying? USA Boxing 159,000? You know that for a fact? You go to dinner with this brother. Y'all at the same job together in Texas. Y'all root for the Cowboys together. You know exactly what he eating right now. So you mean to tell me, from what you just said on my show, on my YouTube, nigga, the trashiest YouTube channel on YouTube, nigga, that KO was lying to me and to the world? Because I need to go back and watch that video. Because I remember him saying that Shakur does not have pillow fists. So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck he can't hurt nobody. Accumulation stoppages. Referee seeing too much. Too much destruction. You don't think that can happen to Tank? A nigga that ain't gonna get tired in the motherfucking 8th round. In fact, get even more energy. Not a front runner. You don't think no possibility of Tank losing? That's what you telling me. You say, nah, I know Frank because he dropped Virgil in the Golden Gloves. Golden Gloves, homie? Golden Gloves. You talking about Golden Gloves, homie. A 30-year-old fighter. And you talking about Golden Glove. You say, I don't know boxing? Oh, my God. Go back and rewind all your motherfucking statements, homie. Go back and rewind and look at all your motherfucking statements, homie. You talking about Abdullah Mason knocking out a nigga that fucking had one leg. You say Rolly would make Shakur. You don't know nothing about boxing, homie. And you on my channel trolling, bro. So you know what I do? I got a playlist called How to Be a Man in 30 Days. And when one of them days, you know, you should listen to all of them, but the most important one when they're dealing with a female. If you want to find out if you got an unruly bitch or a humble bitch, the first thing you got to do is test her. And the way you test your bitch is you ignore that bitch. Now, one or two things gonna happen when you ignore your bitch. And she's one of them bitches that like to yell and be all outrageous. She either gonna scratch your car up, she gonna hit you, or she gonna call your mama on some fuck shit or try to defame your name. Now, she's a humble bitch. She gonna shut the fuck up and get the picture. Or either start crying. Now, I'm gonna treat you like a bitch in 1 minute if you don't start talking some truth and reality. Because right now, you're talking with your pussy. Now, respect due is given to it. You came in my place of establishment disrespecting the first thing out your mother-loving mouth. And I'm supposed to give you respect back? I treat niggas like niggas and bitches like bitches. And you want me to treat you like one, I'll start by the next thing you say out the tip of your sweet fingertips. Because I think you want me to sing you a love song, pussy nigga. Because you're coming in here defending a fucking man. And I done told you about that. And you niggas out here frauding like you was a fucking man out here. When I think it's really one of you boxers out here trolling me or one of you females making a page acting like you's a man. And if you are a man, USA Boxing number 159,000, I feel sorry for you if you're over the age of 25. But if you're under the age of 25, you got time to come on in to a real channel. A channel that's going to help you with your third eye. A channel that's going to talk business and try to help us get some fucking money and start our own LDBC in this bitch, nigga. We don't need to ride nobody coattail over here on Rude Exposure, nigga. We got talent from God. And when you got people like you coming into the chat trying to disturb the chat, it shows the wicked, evil spirits that are aligned against me. Because I don't talk nothing that's unrighteous. Everything that I talk is out of my spirit is righteous. Because I try to do good for the community. Ain't no Cash App or no mother-loving super chats over here. I want them. But guess what I'm going to do with that shit? Spend it in the community. Y'all see my videos. Check my Instagram. We trying to build a center and some more shit for the underprivileged children out here. My videos are really specifically pertain for the youth. I got niggas that's under the age of 17 calling me. I train children under the age of 17 for free. I go out and I give back for all the fucked up shit that I did in my life to give back to the community for free. Now, this here is my YouTube page. Parental discretion is advised. Now, you niggas that are under the age of 25 should take heed. Everybody's out there that still believing that Thanksgiving and shit like that. So, hey, gobble, gobble, gobble. Every day is Thanksgiving. That's how I make my living. Hit the like button for me. You know, I'm in the park waiting on the kids to come out here, man. I might have to go to work pretty soon, but we're gonna stay live for however long we can, man. Talk shit. Trolls are welcome today. That's why I'm on this platform like I am. And we invite all the trolls to talk their shit and swallow their own spit. We ain't blocking nobody. We ain't timing nobody out. We let the bitches talk their shit and do what they do because it's natural to them. You know. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. Niggas be acting like their mama don't even know it, bro. That's the crazy part. I was acting like my mama when I was young. And still got some of her tendencies, right? And it ain't nothing to be ashamed about, though. And that's why I understand how a nigga like Schofield Sr. can be so feminine, right? Because I had a homeboy like that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to make fun of him. Because this is back before they had the internet and all the cameras on the doors and shit and all the cell phones. So niggas had fear and respect. And just because that nigga sounded like a bitch, niggas kept it behind closed doors when they made fun about him. Yep. Because he'll shoot you for making fun of him, bro. He had a lot of bodies. He had mental issues. And he beat a lot of charges. He beat a lot of bodies, but he got caught for one. He's still a lot. He'll shoot you. Mike Tyson used to talk real film. He used to knock niggas out at the corner store. Shout out to Mitch Green. Put a cauliflower on his eye at the corner store. With his fists. Fuck the ring. Fuck a glove. Fists. Niggas feared Tyson outside the ring, nigga. And inside. Fear. So, you know, we take the trolls and just treat them like bitches. And you come on my channel and act like, you know what I'm saying, that's the first thing come out your mouth is some troll shit, automatically, off top, you's a bitch to me. You come in here with some respect, you a man. You identify as gay, and that's cool with me. We ain't turning nobody down over here because we don't want no trouble. Well, you know, over here, man, we talk about things that are against that. So you have to be comfortable with me talking about that because that's my choice and that's why I like to talk about it. And you have choices to go other places and not listen to me. If you ain't for the reparations of the black Africans that were stole from Africa and brought to America, you really shouldn't be on this channel either. Especially if you're okay for the Native Americans and the Chinese people getting their reparations. Especially if you're okay for the LGBT for getting all their reparations and all their protection. You go to the penitentiary now, they sell bras and panties on the commissary. Why? Because they still got to give them people them hormone shots once they come to prison so they can keep their titties and their ass. Laws and legislations about to be changed. Trump said he's going to reverse all that shit. Ain't you happy? You was okay with the lady going to keep up that shit and give them even more rights? That's who you was voting for? Cool. That's your choice. That's your pleasure. You know, she had, you know, the girls shaking their ass, shaking their tail feather at the convention. That's cool. That's your pleasure. I like that shit too. In the bedroom. Don't you know I listen to Sexy Red when I fuck on the bitches? Cause I don't want to hear no niggas rapping in the background. I want to hear some hoes talking shit. I'm weird. I used to listen to Lil' Kim when I used to fuck on the bitches. Back in the days. I listen to female R&B when I fuck on the bitches. A lot of niggas be like, man, you gotta listen to that Keith Sweat, boy. You gotta listen to that Keith. So I used to do it, right? So, you know, I'm kissing on the bitch. And I hear this nigga voice in the background. You may be young, but you're ready. And we loved that shit back then. Ready to learn. But it ain't nothing like listening to a bitch singing in the background when you fucking. Cause ain't no motherfucking nigga in the back like you. You know what I'm saying? It's just a feminine voice, a feminine vibe, man. You fucking on this bitch and you hear this hoe singing. That's why I like to listen to Fantasia. And if I'm listening to some rap, I listen to Sexy Red or, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that to fuck on these thought-ass bitches, man. You know, they like that shit. And when you riding in the car and you a player, you ain't finna be listening to no rap and you got a shooby-dooby in your passenger seat. You're gonna be listening to what they want to hear. And 9 times out of 10 in 2024, they don't want to hear no male R&B. They want to hear these hoes singing. So you do everything for the bitches. You get your hair cut and put the Beijing in your hair for the bitches. You buy the fancy cars and the best clothes for the bitches. You get the nice house for the bitches. You know what I'm saying? All that. You do everything for them, right? If the bitches didn't care about that shit, you wouldn't do it. You know, these guys want this bag, and they not finna jeopardize losing. But you get fighters that don't care about losing them, you got to find other things to talk shit about them about. This guy stepped up at the last minute and went to a 12-rounder, homie. Abdullah Mason still in the 8-rounders, waiting on the 10-rounders. Now he feels confident enough to step out there and test his nuts. And y'all scared about that shit like that's your child. Saying he shouldn't do this and he shouldn't do that. And he grown-ass man, homie, with a child. And I told y'all, man, you can go to the Army at the age of 18, fresh out of college, and die for your country and be a hero. Stop saving in Rest Haven and trying to be a mother hen to these boxers. We don't want no more excuses in 2025. How to survive 2025. The place where the boxers cannot hide. I mean, you can just be a boxer like Jake Paul and be like, nigga, this the bag show. We're going to put some great fights on the undercard, but this is the bag show. When you watch me, it's a show. It's a script. If Tank want to follow the script, but just don't act like you a tough guy. Don't fool the fans and act like you can go to 140 and kick Devin ass. Berlanga talking about he'll lose 43 pounds to fight you. Don't act like you can beat Jake Paul up in a real fight. You know it's going to be a script. You ain't going to even fight him because the script going to always favor Jake Paul. I mean, it's like a Denzel Washington. He's not going to even take the script if it's not good. And he's the winner in the movie. You know, you'll never see a script like that from him. Just follow the script, nigga. You want 50 million or belts? Just keep the 50 million state of mind going. And your family, whatever, right? You got all the money in the world, right? How much money is too much money? How much money is enough money? Until you got to prove to these people that you a killer. Because they think you a killer, Tank. At least Virgil Ortiz went out there on his shield and went out there and showed that he was a killer. Ain't nobody seen you prove yourself and go out on your shield and prove that you was a killer. You fighting bombs, nigga, tomato cans, nigga. And I don't care what you say, nigga. Rolly Romero was an undefeated fighter. With power. Remember? Yeah, Virgil Ortiz is a good opponent for Boots, too. Because that's all y'all care about. Power. Better be 100% knockout ratio. Ain't no way he ain't gonna knock out before. That knockout ratio dropped, didn't it? Power. You don't win fights with power punching, homie. You win fights with smarts. Ask Jeff Lacey. Everybody saying that shit now, man. You know I crunked that shit back up about a good 6-7 months ago. I started playing that video with Floyd. God bless the dead. Roger Mayweather in there hitting the mitts. You don't win fights with power punching. We don't respect power punchers over here. You win fights with smarts. You don't win fights with power punching. You win fights with smarts. Ask Jeff Lacey. Hour after hour after hour after hour getting power. Hour after hour getting power, getting clout, no doubt. Give a shout out to my niggas living stout, getting cheese. Multiple personalities, rather fuck with them G's than fuck with these G's. Please. Misunderstandings get you killed 77 times quicker than your family do. Get that work up. Get that stack up. Get that cake up. When I slide on these niggas, I pull back up. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's like that. Part twice, never nice. I'll be right back. In your city, in your state. I'm real close. I'm near. Never fear. Take a drink, take a smoke too. Getting money in this business like I'm supposed to. Hour after hour, getting power, getting clout, no doubt. Give a shout out to my niggas getting stout, getting cheese. Multiple personalities. You rather fuck with them G's than fuck with these G's. Please. Misunderstandings get you killed 77 times quicker than your family do. Get that work up. Get that stack up. Get your work up. Get that stack up. When I slide on them niggas, I pull back up. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's like that. Part twice, never nice. I'll be right back. In your city, in your state. Yeah, nigga, I'm everywhere, nigga. Freestyle, everything, nigga. Whatever you want. Off the top of the dome, a third eye. Point of view. That's all it is, homie. The nigga's state of mind, how he feel about shit, man. You get your YouTube page, you do the same thing, bro. I told Mexican boxing #1. He one of the trolls that come everywhere on all the black channels talking about Mexican boxing. I say, man, you should start your own page, brother. There's a lot of people out there in the world think more like you than people that think like me. There's more people that think wicked than there is a righteous mind state out here in the world. It's more people that think wicked than there is a righteous mind state out here in the world. That's why negativity sells. That's why I don't really care about talking nice to you pussy niggas. You know, you get these shows out here. I'm cool with you guys, you know, that keep it professional. That's cool, man. But when Jesus was in the ghetto and in the slums, man, he flipped tables over when them niggas was in the church gambling. He wasn't no motherfucking nice guy. And, you know, there were prophets before Jesus. You know, and Jesus was just one of the most famous ones. But he was a nigga and had 12 niggas following him. And they turned on him, and he knew they was going to turn on him. He told them they was going to turn on him. And they was like, no, my nigga, I ain't going to turn on you just like a bitch would. Like my bitch. When I went to federal prison, I ain't going to leave you. I ain't going to leave you. Man, baby, they gave me 16 years. You know. Do your thing. You know, crank this car. Do your thing, baby. Don't wait on me. I'm with you. I can't believe you said that. I'm a rider. Yeah, all right, baby. This call has yeah, that type of living. You know. So, hey, man, protect yourself, man. Don't never get with somebody that ain't for you. If somebody don't think like you or feel like you or on the same page as you, it's going to always be some conflicts. So do your homework on anybody you deal with, whether it's a business relationship or a personal or intimate relationship. Do your homework on who you are around, because people will get you killed just by hanging around certain type of characters out here. Not knowing what they beef is, they get shot just because they hanging out in the same area as them, and it's over with. You ain't did nothing to nobody. Be careful who you talk to and give your information to, because niggas be acting and smiling in your face but really want to take your place. Oh yeah, man, you know I'm getting a lot of calls, man. I'm sorry, man. Thanksgiving, man. You know, everybody want to call you around Thanksgiving time, man. And, you know, check on you. But you got to do that shit every day, man. You got to do that shit every day. Don't just call your loved ones on the holidays, man. That's why I'm getting a lot of calls on this phone. Y'all calling me on the holidays, you know, and not checking on your boy. You know, like my other side of my family, they check on me all the time, but you know, it be the close side of the family don't check on the people they supposed to. So you got to do your job and check on them. So it's my fault too. And every year you try to fix that, right? But sometimes all kinfolk ain't good for you. That's just a fact. All kinfolk ain't good for you. Now you check them out once a year at these events like holidays or whatever. But that don't, you don't take them with you in your house, man. You don't trust them in your house because, you know, they live in a lifestyle that don't contend with yours. And you should stay away from that. Just because we family don't mean I got to fuck with you. especially if you're gonna get me something back to the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? In the area that you live in, you couldn't expect me to come out of prison and go live there. Hit the like button. You couldn't expect me to come back and go to Jacksonville or Chicago or Memphis, Tennessee, somewhere where everybody know me at, and it's easy for me to get access to anything I want. As far as temptation, drugs, bitches, anything, man. No, I go somewhere where nobody knows me, cause you it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at, right? Wherever you build, stand your square, that's your house, that's your home. You protect your home like the White House. If somebody enter your home, no matter if you in California, Texas, Chicago, Memphis, Florida, Louisiana, Baltimore, wherever you at in life, you're gonna protect your house like the White House, man. You ain't gonna let nobody take out your family, and definitely not gonna let nobody kill you. You definitely gotta be the last standing, because you the one that possessed the key of life. You can always, to the day you die as a man. But you know, these guys finna put on a show, and you know, it's no problem making the fight, homie. They letting you know it's no problem, man. We got Oscar De La Hoya letting you know that, hey, man, it ain't on me. It's up to Schofield and them if they really want to fight Shakur. Shakur already agreed. You know, Cepeda, I pull Cepeda. If I'm sacrifice somebody, it's gonna be a nigga. It's gonna be you, Lil Sco. I'm sorry. I can't sacrifice Cepeda. We got to check. We trying to fight Tank. You heard Cepeda after the fight. You know, Tank will be a better, you know, tougher opponent. Of course he would. Desecrate Shakur Stevenson, the fight you're supposed to have next. Desecrate Shakur Stevenson in the ring, a fight you're supposed to have next, because you have no intentions of fighting Shakur Stevenson just like you did the year before. Using Oscar. Stop using these promoters and these handlers to make excuses for these boxers, is all I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, these guys are the ones risking their lives in the ring. They the ones that get in there and punch each other in the face. Not the promoters, not the fight fans, them. Not us. Not their fathers, not nobody, not their mama, nobody, nigga. So that's at the end of the day. It's on the boxers. It's not on the promoters. It's not on the handlers. Because at the end of the day, if you want me to fight Joe Tomato Can, and I know everybody out here in social media land is saying I'm fighting Joe Tomato Cans, and you keep putting these Joe Tomato Cans in front of me, I'm going to be like, hey, man, I don't want to fight Joe Tomato Can. What you going to do about it? You going to force me to get in the ring by gunpoint and make Joe Tomato? Yeah, man, I'm getting all kind of calls in, man. So we're going to have to finish this live a little bit later. It's too many holiday calls. I told you, everybody want to call you and it's a holiday, man. People be lonely, man. You know what I'm saying? Want to hear from the kin folks, man. I appreciate the calls, man. I appreciate the love on the live. I appreciate even the trolls that came in here and made me talk shit about them. I really giving. Every day is Thanksgiving. That's how I make my living. On the block, drug dealing, just trying to feed my children. I ain't trying to make a million, just trying to get killing. Every time I see a villain, he trying to kill a nigga on the block. So we just trying to teach the kids to stay away from that lifestyle on this channel. We can rap about that shit, but it's got to be a moral to your story at the end of the song. And that's what is lost in the art now. Ever since that song, Kill, 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 Murder, 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 and all that, fuck them other niggas, I ride for my niggas. Since that shit came out, it's over with. Really, since NWA, I don't give a fuck about nothing. You ever see somebody say they don't give a fuck, stay away from them. If you hear a woman say, I don't give a fuck and I don't need no nigga for shit, stay away from her. And you got somebody out there trying to combine minds, combine, forces, trying to make money and start a conglomerate. fuck with them. If they trying to help you and you know that them trying to help you is benefiting them, don't steer away from them. Use each other. It's okay to use people as long as you using a person in the righteous way. How to be a man in 30 days. I put that on all my playlists. We have to use each other. I use Blunt Sports to get to the youth. Blunt Sports uses me because he knows that I'm controversial, so-called, so say. We use each other, and he gives me videos I post on my YouTube, and I give him game that he takes out into the world and manifest in his spirit. The trolls come over here and understand that they can't troll me at all whatsoever. In fact, they get embarrassed because I talk about shit that really hit home to them, because the statistics never lie. The average troll is under the age of 25 and probably living with their mother or their bitch. So you can't take them serious. And they probably work a 9 to 5 just like me. So if we out here struggling, we need to put our heads together to start our own LDBC. So what I want you to do right now is to reverse the hate. Stop talking about